truly believe that ideas shape who we are as societies, and politics make us function. I think having an institute, an effort really, that is independent, that is at a base not ideological, not partisan, is something that in today's world can be a true contribution.
What the Institute's modus operandi, I would say, in all of its projects, which I can go into detail in each one, is that there's a group of people, former political leaders, statesmen, stateswomen with real experience who've made real change, global thinkers who think about all the global problems, and the high-tech innovators who bring a fresh perspective on how to fix problems. Our idea was that that talent should be put together to address various issues, democracy, governance, climate change, all of those things, to draw on the experience and the innovation and imagination of this kind of group of people.
He decided to put this committee together, which is just a group of magnificent people. It is by orders of magnitude the best effort I've ever been involved in. I've been involved in dozens of these things, and this is a wonderful group of thoughtful people that is just doing it brilliantly.
In many instances, technology is being used to level the playing field. So for example, in the Arab world, 35% of online entrepreneurs are females, and that's compared to a global average of only 10%. So I think technology is changing the opportunity landscape for many of our young people.
You tend to find over and over again that really successful investors tend to be natural silo busters. They're people who jump across boundaries. Most innovation tends to occur from people mixing up our boundaries.
Eventually, yes, we change one another, but not by force, by persuasion, by a process of osmosis, leading progressively to greater integration.
In many ways, I am a proponent of artificial intelligence because I think that it can solve many of the dystopias caused by other things, such as disease or climate change, and is also a possibility for many of the utopian and future aspects that we hope humanity to evolve to.
When you take a difficult decision, when you do something hard in the short term to avoid some worse outcome in the future, the payoffs will not be particularly good if you succeed. If you avert disaster, people generally aren't very grateful because the disaster doesn't happen and they don't experience it.
The skills that are going to matter in the 21st century are going to be empathy, compassion, trust, and collaboration. We're going to need to hire people differently and reward people differently.
We are living through our lives for our experience. We live our lives for our experience with our children, with our friends, the sense of interconnectedness. All of this is the experience. Now, of course, in modern life, we don't pause to think about it and we think we live for goals. But in reality, we live for our experience. And that's the reason we live at all.
This force of globalization that is pushing the world together. Sometimes we talk about that as if it's a decision made by political leaders. It's not, it's a decision made by people. Technology's driving it. Migration's driving it. The way we live and work and art, culture, everything is pushing the world together.
The important thing is I don't think people understand what happens when everybody gets connected. That's what I'm working on. I believe very strongly that the world will be a much, much safer place as more and more people are connected and more of their voices, their ideas, and their participation is seen by everybody.
If we've enabled fresh, exciting ideas that are true contribution to thinking across cultures, and to politics, where politics bring people together as opposed to divide them, and really enable citizens to benefit from globalization, including technology, I think that'll be our contribution. And one is never satisfied, but at least we'll feel, and I will feel, that we will have given something to the world.